Reece Eftink, who is in his freshman year playing college football. Another guy played a couple years for me in the Tropics. Standout three-sport athlete at Kelly, but he decided to pursue football instead of baseball at the college level. But, super proud of that guy, everything he's accomplished. So let's go ahead and bring on Reese. All right, Reese, can you hear me, man?
Yeah, I can.
Well, like I start all these, how's college life treating you?
Good. Ain't bad.
Oh, Reese, I always forget you're just such a man of few words. I mean, it's got to be kind of cool. You at least you're in Springfield. It's a bigger city than like some of the guys who are up in Farmington or at Mac or Poplar Bluff at 3R. There's plenty to do, isn't there?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do.
Yeah, but you just got out of study hall. What are you actually studying, Reese?
Today I was doing some world history.
Yeah, what you learn?
Other than that, just my major's allied health, so just biology and then just a lot of core classes that you have to do.
Yeah, but Evangel, it's a 4-year school, so you can complete everything there.
Yes.
I got you. So I guess I'm curious. You've been a part of the baseball world. You saw how it worked with us in the summer, where we go play in front of these colleges. You were part of when we went up to Mineral area the past couple of years. 3R for games, where we'd play in front of coaches. Obviously I had connections. I'd introduce those guys. How does that work on football? Because you're not spending the summer or the winter traveling to these colleges and playing games. Is it all film, or how does that recruiting work?
Mainly it's just getting your film out there to coaches and then going to some prospect camps that they host or they'll be at. And usually I try to send it out my film to the coaches before I went to the prospect camp so they kind of knew like who I was and like just kind of looked over my film and then just went to those camps and then you just started after your senior year, you just made more film and sent it out, and hopefully they'll just respond to you.
Yeah.
Hopefully they found interest.
And like I'm able to help the kids in the summer, and I know their high school coaches help them too. I imagine Powers, at Kelly, he's been there for over a decade, so I'm sure he's got plenty of connections. And I guess high school coaches, they help you a lot there too, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and you're lucky to have a good one in Powers, man. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased and I like Powers, but yeah. Oh, so you were a standout in all three sports. What's a better moment for you? Hitting a home run or scoring a touchdown?
Probably scoring a touchdown.
Really? All right. So now at college, I know you started your special teams. What are you doing now?
Mainly just special teams, kickoff, kick return, and just punt. And today I worked in with the second string defense.
Which you guys are like what, 5-0, 6-0 at this point?
7, I want to say.
7, and I know for your level, you're nationally ranked, so it's not like you're at a bad school, man. You're at one of the top schools for your level in the pro or in the country, and as a freshman, getting to do what you're doing is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. It's good, or we just keep on rolling.
I just, if I'd brought Eli, man, I swear he would talk for 30 minutes straight.
Oh, probably.
So what about Mason and them talked about on here? Weight room at baseball for college is 100% different, but football helped them get ready. How's the weight room, training, everything like that at that level for college football?
I mean, not gonna lie, it's kind of rough. We have 6 a.m. weights on Mondays and Wednesdays, but like the workouts ain't too bad. You'll have a leg group and then an arm group. And you'll just do those, then you'll just swap halfway through, and you'll do the other one. It's really not bad, but a lot of people here are saying that it'll pick up in the spring. It'll be a lot more difficult, heavier weights, a lot more just a lot more strain on your body than what it is during the season.
Yeah, that makes sense because when I talk to Colton, Benthal, and all those guys, they're in the middle of their hard stuff now, where you're in the middle of the season. So I guess with the seasons being flip flopped, your heavy stuff's flip flopped too.
Yeah.
Oh man. But I'm just glad you're doing okay, Reese. My lawn's never looked better since your dad's taken over mowing it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I bet.
Uh, with this being the Halloween episode, I got some Halloween questions for you. Okay.
Oh gosh.
All right. So first one, if you're out trick or treating, what candy are you wanting? Like, what's your go-to?
Probably some Kit Kats or some Snickers.
Okay, both solid choices. Uh,
Hmm.
if Eli had to go trick or treating and you had to pick one member from the past 2 years on the tropics, so 23 and 24, to take him trick or treating, who would you most trust and who would you least trust?
Definitely choosing Clip for the most trust.
Clip, all right.
And the least trust, uh, probably Dalton.
Dalton gets hammered on this show, man. He is going to text me and complain about this too.
Probably Dalton.
Yeah,
I know him and Eli are just in a fight the whole time.
well, that what I'm worried about with a guy like Dalton, Trey Benthal Mason, kind of Carson McDaniel from Jackson. It's not that I don't trust them. It's just I think they may leave them somewhere and get distracted by like a pretty mom or something. Or Benthal will like take the candy that's meant for me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and I think you fall in that boat too, because like 2 years ago when like we had our first year trick or treating at our new house in this neighborhood, Eli came up to me, stabbed me with his toy, and took two of our candy bars, and we give out full size, so he took two of these full size candy bars because he had to give one to Reese because he said Reese takes his candy.
I don't think I ended up with that candy bar. I'm pretty sure he ate it.
Yeah, I bet. Oh man. So you think there's ever a chance you return to the baseball diamond?
Maybe slow pitch.
Slow pitch. What about if we did a Tropics Squirrels alumni game this summer? You think I could get you out to play in that? You and Peyton both could play in it.
Possibly.
I bet we could. I bet we could talk you into it.
Maybe it just depend on when and what I'm doing.
I mean, you're hitting bombs and playing the outfield. I'm sure.
Shoot,
I just,
I'll probably come.
I just can't believe they never taught you how to catch. Eli catches. Peyton was a catcher. It just did you not have the temper for it? You just had to go stand out in the outfield and distract yourself.
Yeah, I mean they saw my speed. They had to do something with it.
I
They couldn't just stick me behind the plate.
I will admit, for your size, man, you scoot. Hey, I talked to Dalton about this. Basketball season's right around the corner. Obviously, we're both Kelly guys. How do you think we're going to be looking? Because I think a lot of people are sleeping on Kelly because we lost so many guys from last year. What do you think? I mean, we got Ross back. Skyler had a really good year. Trimmer's got some experience on the coaching side.
Yeah, I mean we should be pretty good as long as we have some of those younger guys step up.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of the freshmen, a couple of sophomores step up to play varsity. We should be pretty good. I mean, Ross and Skyler should just dominate inside or outside.
Yeah. Well, what I'm worried about, other teams last year they had so much to worry about because you were usually the strongest, fastest guy on the court. Dollins could bring the ball up and control the offense. Dalton was the tallest kid on the court, and Ross could just get open for threes, and that's how he kind of averaged 20 points a game. This year, I feel like they're going to probably do a lot of double teaming and face guarding Ross. So, other guys are going to have to step up because I don't think we're going to be able to count on Ross for 20 something points a night.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be face guarding, boxing, warning Ross, and they'll basically just make the other four beat them.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of how if you're an opposing coach, I think that's how you have to go at it. Make somebody else beat you. Which there's other guys. I mean, I think we'll have a decent. I think we're going to be better than people think we are because I think most people will just kind of wrote us off.
Yeah, we should be.
Yeah. Oh, how much longer you got left in football? Because I know you're 7-0, so you got 7 weeks in. You've had a bye week, haven't you?
Yeah, we had a bye week, and then we had one of our games get rained out, and we didn't get to make it up.
So what? You're in week 9 now, or coming up on 10?
Yeah, week 9.
So how many more games you got? And then how does it work? Do you guys go into a conference tournament? Do you have to qualify for a national tournament? How does that work for your guys' level?
We should. the conference wise, it just goes off your conference play. You don't really have a tournament.
Okay.
It just basically, if you win your every conference game that you have, you win your conference.
Okay.
Then as far as game wise, we have guaranteed 3, and I'm pretty sure since we're kind of high up in our conference, we haven't lost a game in conference yet.
Well, you haven't lost a game in general yet.
That is true. So with our record and everything, we should be automatically in like national play.
Okay. How many teams make like? I mean, because I know at the Division I level they've increased it to 12 teams. You know how that works for you guys?
I do not actually.
That's okay, Reese. Oh man. Well, when you gonna be back over this way?
I don't know, honestly.
No, I mean I figured this is. I mean, when was the last time you've been home? I imagine it's been forever.
2 or 3 weeks.
Oh shit! I wouldn't think you've been home forever.
No, I came home. Can't remember where that was. Oh no, we had St. Dennis Day.
Oh yeah,
I came home that Sunday just to get the food.
Yeah, I went and got 3 plates. All right. Well, I guess before I let you go, since we're talking football, do you have a Super Bowl pick for me and a college football playoff pick for me to win it all?
College football pick. I'm going Oregon.
Really? They're just because they're the number 1 seed.
Hey, they're playing good football right now.
I like Texas, but Georgia just beat them, so who knows? All right. What about Super Bowl? Who you got at the NFL level?
NFL? I don't know. I would say 49ers because I like them, but they're so banged up. If they could get everybody healthy, I say they have a shot. But other than that,
if you say the Chiefs, don't say the Chiefs.
Definitely Ravens.
Right, okay, that's a solid pick, and they just got a receiver, so they're getting better too.
They are.
All right. Well, Reese, I miss you. I guess hit me up when you get back home sometimes, man.
I will.
All right, buddy. Stay good. Be careful. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
See you, Reese. It's funny. I love Reese to death, but he is just such a man of few words when he wants to be, but other times you can't get him to stop. But, Eli, his little brother, like we kind of said, Eli will talk for half an hour straight on this if I let him. But, Reese played for the program for a number of years. Since I think he was in his 8th grade year, he played for us. And Peyton came across. He was a big part of the team in 2020, hit cleanup for us in that COVID year, which was incredible that he had such a big year on a team that had a really good season. Because Peyton, that was his freshman year of college year. He didn't go and play college baseball. Mac and I always joked we had a frat boy hitting cleanup for us. And he did a hell of a job in that cleanup spot. Had a big game. That year there was no official state tournament or anything. So there was this huge state tournament where all these other teams joined in that weren't Babe Ruth. And we lost, I think, in the second round, and we had to battle all the way out of the losers bracket. I think we had to win like 6 games just to make it to the championship game against the Squirrels, which they ended up beating us in a walk-off. But, we had this game with Festus where, we were down and we battled back, and Drew Glick from Oak Ridge, we're down to our last out, hits a bases. We had a runner at first base. He hits a triple to tie the game down to our last out. We come into extras. I think Drew ends up pitching. They had bases loaded, nobody out. Drew somehow gets us out of it with only giving up, I don't know if he gave up a run or just one, but anyways, we get to the bottom part of that inning because we got home team somehow. Peyton comes up and, he has not gone opposite field all season with the ball. He's been a dead pull hitter, and he ends up shooting a ball to right field in the gap and giving us this huge walk-off win to send us to the state tournament and cap off. Like I said, I think we had to win 6 games in a row at that point in double elimination. Had to beat the team that beat us earlier in the week. We got down 5-0 to this Jackson team who was really good, and we came back and scored, I think, like 7 or 8 unanswered runs. But, the Eftinks have been so good to us. Love having Reese on. Eli's a little tropic now. He's been our bat boy. Was a bat boy for the World Series team and got himself a little ring. Little ring. I mean, pretty legit. He got the same one all the guys got. But love getting to talk to Reece. I'm still getting Jordan Thompson's interview done. He's the coach up at Mineral Area. He's the assistant coach. Even if you're not going to Mineral Area, you're not interested in playing there. You're interested in playing college baseball, whatever it is. Listen to that interview when I get that one published. Mineral Area is a baseball team that's had a lot of success. He's going to talk about where they get players from. They've had tons of guys from Canada, from other foreign countries, from Florida, California, everywhere in between. He's going to talk about, what's the job of a JUCO coach, because JUCO, you're doing a couple things. Not only you're trying to win games, you're having to recruit, and you're having to help guys get recruited to get to four-year schools. Talk about building success, how these schools in Missouri get kids from all over the world. I think it's going to be a really cool interview with a guy that's kind of opened some eyes on, how real of a deal these teams are. Mineral Area, they've had guys get drafted. They've had high round draft picks. They've had guys go D1. I mean, year in, year out, they have guys go D1. It's not, oh, we had a guy go D1 this year. It's year after year. They've got multiple guys going Division 1, getting drafted. I think that's going to be a really cool interview that people are going to want to listen to because, you got so many people saying they want to play at the college level, but they don't realize what the college level means. They don't realize, like kind of Reece talked about at the football, you're getting up at 6 a.m. or, you got weights at 6 a.m. You're getting up at 5. You're going to weights. You're getting out. You're going to class. You've got to hurry up, eat lunch where you're counting your calories at breakfast, lunch, dinner. You're counting calories. You're going to afternoon practice where it's actual, for Reece, it's probably, football practice. For the guys, it's actual baseball practice. Some guys have night weights, if not morning weights. And then you're getting, after all that in class, you got to go home. You got homework. You got to eat dinner. It is hard to be a college athlete. I don't care what level. If you're doing it and you're really committed, it's hard. And I think Jordan's really going to do a good job of explaining, if you want to be dedicated to that level, you're going to have to put in the work. But, hey, that's going to be a fun one. Reece, love you to death, man. I hope you're doing well if you listen to this. Special Halloween episode. Oh, we will be out. I joke with people that we're giving out Tropic stuff instead of candy tomorrow because I have so much unused Tropics crap that I have accumulated over the years that I have got to get out of my house before Allie kills me. But I started, when we first moved into this neighborhood, I gave out full-size candy bars the first year. And now I can't stop doing it because everybody remembers, hey, this house gives out full size. Like my neighbor Maverick reminds me that we give out full size candy bars. He's 5 or he's 4 and he remembers. So I'm pretty much stuck giving out full size candy bars